how to rehydrate the body, restoring the silica balance. If you look at children have a high ratio of silica to calcium. As you get older, you calcify, you start to harden from the fluoride, from the chemicals. Your body starts to harden. You start to build more calcium and calcify, which limits your movement, which makes your fascia sticky. So what we want to do is we want to rebalance the silica. How do you do that? There's horsetail, diatomaceous earth, which is diatoms. It's fossilized earth. It has 80% silica and it has 20 trace minerals. When you take diatomaceous earth, it will help you rebuild the lining of your gut. It will help you rebuild your hair, your nails, your teeth, your skin, your joints, your collagen, and it creates a landing place for your minerals to be absorbed so that you can hydrate. Restoring the mineral balance. So we have trace minerals, fulvic minerals, shilajite, and Irish sea moss. And I put an asterisk next to Irish sea moss specifically because it has 92 minerals of the 102 minerals that your body needs. It has the most minerals out of any supplement or food that you can take. And it has high iodine, which helps rebalance your hormones and your thyroid. Irish sea moss, you can get a gel, you can prep it, or you can take it in a capsule form, depending on what you prefer. And then finally, the structured, filtered, and hydrogenated water. In the United States right now, they put blood pressure medication, fluoride, and chlorine in the water, putting chemicals into the body. The water is not structured because it's going through a pipe.
You should never drink distilled water. Okay, 'cause it will take all of the minerals and nutrients out of your body. There's a point in certain treatments to do it, but not as a general rule. Tap water should never be drinking anywhere in the world today. And then H2O should only be drinking when necessary. That's filtered water. It's only drinking when necessary because H2O is a solvent. H2O is what you use to clean your clothes. Like for example, when we, in our laundry machine, because autoimmune is also highly sensitive to chemicals, we have laundry magnets. You can get them off Amazon. They're about $80. They're high-powered magnets covered in this blue plastic stuff. And you stick them in the laundry machine. What that does is it creates friction with the water, and the water cleans your product even better than soap does. And the reason why that's important is that I want you to know that the water itself is a solvent. That's what you clean with. When you put water on the counter and you wipe it, it cleans the counter. So we are not meant to have a solvent. In nature, if you get a coconut and you cut it up or something like that, you're getting H3O2, which is structured water, which is very different in how that water lands in your body. And there is, I can tell you, just from doing this and working clinically for years, if your water is not structured, you are depleting your body of nutrients every time you take it. And so there's different ways to structure your water. One of them is an Alkaviva machine. If you can't do that, they have one of the other ways that you can do it is you can take in a big glass jar. You can buy the perfect pitcher from Alkaviva, which actually takes out 99.9% of the irritants. It takes out the fluorides and the fluorines as well. And then you can pour that into a glass jar, but on the bottom of the glass jar, put rocks. You put quartz crystals, you can put some shungite, and that's so that the water filters through the crystals. And if you can put it in the sun and you can swirl it a little bit. That will help your body structure. That's a quick way to do it. That's what we do. Like when we went to Costa Rica before our machine was hooked up top, that's what we were doing. When the water is structured, it produces hydrogen. And what the hydrogen does is your body produces 10 liters of hydrogen a day. And that's what reduces all of the oxidative stress. So it's a free radical. The hydroxy radical is what your body's getting with hydrogen, which is the most aggressive of all of them. Now, when your body's under a mild amount of stress, your 10 liters of hydrogen natural production drops to 5. Under a lot of stress, it drops down to 1 to 2 or 0 liters of hydrogen. This is where structured water comes, and if you have a high-end case of autoimmune or disease or cancer, I recommend that you go to NanoV and you actually purchase the machine. Now it's not for general use. They have a machine that's like $8,000 and one that's $15,000. So it's rather expensive. They're usually meant to be in clinics, but what they do is they put structured water in through your lungs, and it actually affects and cleans up all the oxidative stress. But the simplest way to bring hydrogen in are 3 ways. You can inhale it, you can actually take it through an IV, or you can drink it in your water. So drinking it in the water has a lot of benefits. Plus, the water itself, you can actually use it to clean your produce. Like to get oil-based pesticides, you use 11.5 water. And if you have questions about it, you can ask Shane from H2 Water Experts, and he'll go through that in detail. If all of these things aren't available, then at least get trace minerals, what you put back in your water. That's better than nothing, okay? But it's important to have minerals in your water, because otherwise, and if you use some sort of filtration, because if you don't use a filter, you become the filter. It is not okay to drink tap water anywhere in the world that I know of. And if you can, move towards structured, and if you can do it through a machine, get a machine to do it right now.